In terms of the MVPI, I'd love to get your view of why that can be so important and the value that that can add to the coaching.
Well, I think sometimes the MVPI is very underutilized because coaches or even coachees think, oh, my values, I know what my values are, I know what motivates me. But it's so much more than that. Of course, as the name says, it's motives, values, preferences, what's going on inside us. But in addition to getting the leader in touch with his or her own values, it has so many other aspects. First, because it is the core of us, it really influences how the other scales, the HPI and HDS scales, unfold in the real world. Let's take an example. If someone is high on ambition on the HPI and bold on the HDS, and let's say they're high on altruism on the MVPI, then the ambition and the bold are going to be tempered a little bit by that high altruism because the person really does care about others. So they might think twice before they really get in your face or run roughshod over the entire group. On the other hand, if they're high on ambition and bold and they're low on altruism, they might truly become overly bold and overly directive, and the team meeting will wonder what in the world, what hit them. Same thing with inquisitive on the HPI and imaginative on the HDS. And let's look at a high science value. The high science might temper all those ideas that are coming out of the inquisitive and the imaginative, and might make that person appear more practical. Whereas if the science value is low, the ideas might really be over the top and very impractical. So the MVPI can really color and nuance how the other scales unfold in the real world. Another reason I think the MVPI is so important is that many times it's a violation of our values that triggers our dark side. So the derailers come out when someone's value has been crossed. And that's important for people to understand. Yet another reason, and I get this all the time from coachees, from leaders, this is the real aha part, is the leadership culture aspect. That the MVPI is a predictor of the kind of culture that we will create as a leader. And leaders will say, wow, I knew what my values were, I knew what motivated me, but I didn't think about the fact that I'm really applying that onto my organization and showing that to my organization. So that's a real aha for them, is the fact that it's a leadership culture piece. So that's why I think it's so valuable.
Great, thank you.